Hey guys, John here. Welcome to Oils in the Kitchen, where I show you how to use your essential oils in the kitchen. Today we're going to be making a turkey pot pie with some leftover turkey breast that we had from our turkey that we made the other day. I got about a pound of turkey meat, just pulled apart into little chunks. Got a half cup of corn and a half cup of peas. 3 cloves of garlic chopped up and 2 green onions chopped up, and then I got a bunch of steamed vegetables. I did about 2 small Yukon Gold potatoes, 1 head of broccoli, 2 carrots, and 2 celery, and then I just chopped them all up and steamed them. So now we're going to make our pie crust. We just need flour, vegetable oil, salt, and some ice water. First thing we want to do is get 2 tablespoons of ice water. I got mine right in this little cup. And then you're going to want to go throw it in the freezer. So just get the coldest water you can out of the sink and go put it in a cup and throw it in the freezer. Alright, and next what we're going to do is take our flour, and we need 1 cup, 2 tablespoons. So this is a half cup measuring cup. So do 2 of these, and then 2 tablespoons. So now, after we've got our flour, we got our vegetable oil, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, half a teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to measure the salt just because I have it in this container, so I'm just going to grind some in there. That should be good. And then take your fork and go ahead and stir it up. You want to stir it about 30 times. You don't want to over stir on this because it's very delicate. Now that you've added your vegetable oil and stirred it about 30 times, it's time to grab your water. Alright, now we got our ice water, 2 tablespoons of ice water. Just pour that in there, and then go ahead and use your hand to stir it up. And you want to stir this about 20 times. Alright, after you stir it about 20 times, you want to go ahead and make a ball out of it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you're going to be rolling it out, so you want it to be at least in the shape of a ball. Alright, now that you got your ball, go ahead and set it on a piece of wax paper. And then what you're going to want to do is take another piece of wax paper and put it right on top. And then you're going to roll it out into a flat circle. And then just try and make it as even as possible. See if you can get it into a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it to cover the bottom of our pie pan. Now that we got our crust all rolled out, go ahead and pull the top layer of wax paper off. And then we're going to take one of our pie shells right here and go ahead and just lay it on there like so. And get your hand under it. And then flip. And then just let it go into the container. Alright, then just take the edges and kind of fix them up and cover the whole container. Alright, now that we got our crust all in our pie tin, we're just going to go ahead and poke a few holes in it. That way if any air bubbles pop up, it'll be able to breathe, and then we can press the air bubbles down. So we'll go ahead and throw this in the oven at 425 for about 5 minutes. Alright, well, our pie shell is done. It's been 5 minutes. Now we just got to check in there to see if there's any bubbling, and it doesn't really look like there is. So now it's ready to fill with our filling. Alright, now that we got our pie crust ready, we're going to go ahead and mix up our filling. So we're just going to go ahead and use one 22-ounce can of cream of chicken soup. We got one 22-ounce can of cream of chicken soup, and we're just going to throw this in there. Alright, so we got our cream of chicken in there. What we're going to do is go ahead and take 1 drop of rosemary oil and drop it in there. Alright, then 1 drop of black pepper. Alright, then we're just going to mix that up so it gets the flavor all in the sauce. We'll go ahead and add our turkey. Alright, we'll go ahead and add our steamed vegetables. Our 3 cloves of chopped garlic. Our 2 green onions chopped. And then our corn and our peas. And then we go ahead and mix it all up. I probably should have got a bigger mixing bowl for this. I put it into a bigger bowl because that bowl was just too small. So we're going to go ahead and just mix this all up real good. And we already added pepper oil, so I'm not going to add that, but I will add a little bit of salt. So just a little bit of salt in there. Mix it up real good. And this is enough for 2 pies. I'm making 2 pies. I'm just showing you guys one, but that's why I have so much filling. So basically, we're going to go ahead and take our crust and throw our filling inside. Just try and make it even. Fill it all up. And we'll throw the top on there. Alright, so the top is, you just make it the exact same way as the bottom. We just don't throw it in the oven first. So we'll go ahead and take this guy and just flip it right over the top here. Bam. And then kind of straighten it out as much as possible. Or just fix the edges, I guess, is what I'm going to do. Because it breaks if you try and move it too much. And then just get all the edges and kind of press them together with your fingers. Alright, so now that we got our pie crust on top, basically we want to make sure to put some slits in there, which mine is already cracking everywhere. I don't think I'll really need to, but I'll just poke a couple holes on this side. That should be good. We got an egg wash right here, so basically it's a beaten egg. You just whisk it up, beat the egg, and then brush the top of the pie crust. It'll give it a nice golden brown color. Just make sure to get the whole thing there. Our pie is ready to go in the oven. We got the egg wash on top. So then you're going to throw your pie in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. And then around that time you should start seeing some browning around the edges. And once you see that, you'll want to pull it out and wrap tin foil around the edges. And then once you do that, you'll throw it back in for another 15 minutes or so. And once the top's all brown, it's ready to go. So about 10 minutes before it's done, or once you start seeing kind of the golden browning around the edge, then you're going to want to take some foil and wrap the edges so it doesn't burn. So just take your foil, wrap all the edges. Alright, after you got your foil all on your pie, just go ahead and throw it back in for about another 10, maybe 15 minutes. So our pie is done. Nice and brown on the top. Ready to go. We'll just let it cool for a few minutes and then we'll dig in. Alright, so now we're going to try our pie and see how it turned out. Alright, it should be cooled down enough. Gonna go ahead and try it. That's really good. Still a little hot. Tasty.